Hello there.
Hello there. Just give me a second.
All right, so I'll be there in a few seconds. Got to sort something out, and we'll start.
Okay, no problem. And we go. That's actually a pretty decent take. Okay. Give me a shout when you're ready. Well, we can cut when we need to be, but yeah, it's actually a pretty decent take. 2.689 million. It's actually probably it's a pretty decent take. We got max take with three people. For 15% with a group of randoms. It's pretty decent. Okay. Man, I love Grand Theft Auto. The guy should have literally scanned that thing before. We'll probably take helicopter method. This will be a quick 200 grand. It's quite easy.
All right then.
Not bad.
So there is going to be a lot to discuss, as always. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we got a lot to discuss today, tonight, I guess.
What do we have to discuss? Well, the fact that they might be trying to kick, they're going to be trying to use people for, well, the fact they're trying to use people for they're trying to kick people out of their own houses
Oh, that's interesting.
through basically using forced purchase things or something like that. But and basically using that as a way to house immigrants. And at that point,
Ah,
yeah. So what do you want to dive into first?
well, we've said something about, that interview that got 100 million
Oh
views on
yeah,
X.
Tucker Carlson, Russian Putin. That was a really good
Yeah,
interview. I did
everyone's
enjoy it.
talking about it.
Good. Tucker Carlson. I've been a fan of Tucker for a while. Carlson
Mm.
knows what he's about. He has he has honesty. People the left are going to call him, oh, he's just a Russian tool, but he's not.
They're always going to say something and use that as a way to like discredit people that says opinions or says something, well, literally anything that people don't
They
agree
do not
with.
like. Yeah, he. I like the guy because he calls out Justin Trudeau for being a fucking government stooge, which he is. Trudeau's a WEF puppet. Trudeau's a young global leader, and I'll say this: I'm not the biggest fan of Sunak in the UK, but I trust him hell of a lot more than I trust Starmer. I know he's a donor class, I know he's a globalist, but I trust him a lot more than I trust Starmer. At least Sunak tries to make things say at least he's trying to be reasonable with oil and gas. That prick Starmer, if you got him, he would basically make us all dependent. He would make us dependent on Russia
Oh,
because
yeah.
his plans are he wants less gold, he wants less oil, he wants less oil. He thinks oil is also yeah. Barclays has also decided that it's now going to limit its exposure to oil and gas now. I'm not sure that's a good thing. It was one of the banks that was basically still funding oil and gas ventures. So, and the reason why they stopped is because they got kept on getting harassed by the climate activists.
Yeah,
Yo, what's up?
Not
not
much.
much.
All right. Yeah. So one of my pups might be pregnant, so that's definitely not stressful.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. But
What is it? Just me? Or is why am I seeing? Why is it just me? Or are you guys seeing like more offenses against white people by blacks, especially on Twitter?
Well, you're not the only one.
Because I saw like two videos in the span of in like the past couple hours of basically a black kid like beating on a high school kid on a bus, and I also see a woman and it was a woman. I also saw another woman getting beat up by a black woman, and basically I don't even know what they did wrong, but
Yeah, I'll be on. I'll
I
be
don't
honest.
see
I'll be honest. Before I can
beating
like,
people up, kids up. It's not like thingy. It's
yeah,
weird,
I'll be
but
honest.
there's no deterrent.
I'll just say this before I can say it was for no reason. I would have to see I would have to see context. I kind of see that.
Definitely.
I see it like every now and then, but I don't really see it often on Twitter. I just
Yeah.
see it every now and then.
But I think the Tucker Carlson interview was really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like what did you like about it especially? I think you said a quote that Putin said in the chat one time.
He basically called out. He basically called out the West for basically. He called out the West and basically said that the CIA or something like that the CIA has, and you might not have any motive, but the CIA doesn't have any. You might not have any alibi, but the CIA has. You might have an alibi, but the CIA doesn't have an alibi. Basically claiming that Nord Stream 2 was blown up by the Americans under the guise of the British, under command by the British.
Oh, okay, got you. So what else? So what else is in the news?
Oh fuck! I'm gonna shout. Yeah, not much. Not much.
I know nobody gives a damn. However, ever since who dated this famous singer that has millions of fans going on
Oh
tour.
yeah, they're trying to basically. Did you hear that Alex Soros just hooked up with is now hooking up with apparently with Hillary Clinton's best former aide?
Oh, I also saw a post about this specific singer saying about
Please vote for Biden.
that and something about a pizza party.
Ooh.
Here we go again.
Yep.
Pizzagate, it always comes back.
Ev- the 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 elites with their pizza parties. What
Hold on.
else is new?
Let me see if I can.
In a second.
It was on the return of Cappy, and not IG, Twitter account. It says Taylor Swift treats Arizona foster kids to a private concert and pizza party they'll never forget.
Oh boy.
Taylor Swift is
I feel so sorry for those kids.
yeah, me too. I do too.
But no one's gonna know about it until it's too late.
Of course, no one's gonna know about it, and then once people know about it, they're not gonna care.
Yeah. This is gonna go on with life.
Exactly. They're trying to desensitize people to this, so most people won't care. Like, oh, okay, it's normal.
Oh, okay, that's just normal, I guess. On with our lives, la di da di da.
It's normal to treat kids to a pizza party.
It's
Yeah,
all cool. It's all cool, but dudes.
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, look at these kids. Oh wait, you guys can't see, but yeah, no, these kids are just they don't know. They don't know.
They have no idea.
Really don't. But they really don't. But hey, that's just me. That's just me noticing that. I mean, hey, I could be wrong, but I also could be right.
We'll never know until it's too late.
We won't. We won't. Definitely won't.
Ho ho.
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 Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas.
Okay. Anyways. All right. Anyways, so what do you got? I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. A couple days ago, I had like two people reach out to me about being on my podcast that no longer exists anymore. And the first person I just pretty much I told her I deleted it, and I'm like, I have a name, and everything ready. I'm just not sure if I want to do it or not. I'm just not sure if I want to do it again. I told her I was pretty bored of it. And the other guy I didn't even respond to, but he said he could connect me with a couple people that might be great for my show. I didn't respond to the guy, but I'm like, all right, cool. I'll probably save that for later, and see if I will respond to it or not. Tell him the truth, or just make a new podcast and say, all right, cool, man. It sounds great, but I just don't really know what to say. It's been days too. I found his email in my spam too. But yeah, John, man, any interesting guests?
Well, there are a few, but it's not for another few weeks. Another few days actually, because I went all out after Christmas, and now things are starting to slow down.
Yeah, sounds. Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
But I could always get it back. All I have to do is send a couple more listings and wait a few weeks. Shaboom! Got a few more guests up in the lineup.
Speaking of which, how many episodes do you have in the vault?
Loads. And I can't stress that enough. There's more than I can emphasize.
Wow, you really came prepared.
I
Like,
sure
like,
do.
how many months would you think you would be able to take off?
Um, at least 2 months.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So like you could just take off like 2 months, and yeah, then
And
I'll
then
be honest. What
resume.
happened? Oh, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I can I can take like at least 2 months off and then just jump back to getting guests again and yeah, get back to the normal cycle.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. If I were to have another podcast, I'd probably just upload 10 episodes a month. Then like the fifth season, I'd upload an extra five. Uh, sorry, 10th season, extra five. 20th, like it pretty much if it that depends on if it went on for so long. Or I would just do 20 the 10th season. I don't know.
So again, I know people don't give a damn, but I just sent something in the chat recently that this singer's boyfriend of the NFL, ever since their relationship, fans have been tracking down his house and do what the guy did with the plane that shall not be mentioned. So basically, yeah, the this guy that's dating this super famous singer is living the life that she's living.
Wait, so just because she's dating him, they're obsessed with him now? Or are they gonna
Oh
watch?
yes,
Are they gonna watch all of his games? Most likely not. Are
I
they gonna?
mean unless Taylor's there, then no, probably not. Wherever Taylor goes, her fans go with them.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Actually, I mean, where the fans go, you're gonna go. I'll be honest. Either I just don't get it. I don't get the hype. Like,
Neither
bro,
do I.
no offense. She, I'm not afraid. No, she is mid. She is just mid. Like, bro, I mean, she looks decent in the face, but bro, she is mid.
There's nothing else to it. Yeah, she has decent. She has a couple of good music that I enjoy listening every now and then, but I think the hype is just too much, honestly.
It is. Like, bro, how many ex-boyfriends does she have?
Probably enough to make a career out of it.
And she still didn't get married. That's an that's an L. Like, how can you not get married? Like, bro, the amount of ex-boyfriends you have, how can you not get married?
It takes a while until they realize they're the problem. And this is for anyone. If you've been dating tons and tons of people, and for whatever reason, constantly tons of people you've dated and broken up with, for whatever reason, you have to start thinking about this. Maybe you're the problem, not the people you dated.
That's that's what I said. That's what I said to my mom. I'm like, because we were hearing about it on television. I'm like, look, if you dated that many people, maybe you're the problem.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, this is ridiculous. It's funny, but it's ridiculous, man. I mean, like, yeah, you're obviously the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, she still looks good. I mean, she can definitely. It's not too late for her,
She still has a chance to find happiness and settle down.
but she won't. She's
I
gonna.
mean, who knows? I'm not. I know it's predictable. However, you never know when it's just gonna hit to us that
Look,
it's
look.
finally over.
Don't end up like Madonna. I
Yeah,
actually, yeah, no, that's about it. That's all I got. Don't end up like Madonna, man, because I don't know. Um,
she was a thing in the '80s, and now there
she
she
was
is.
she was probably a thing in the early 2000s as well. Oh,
Oh yeah,
probably a little bit, but now, she's living on plastic surgery. She looks decent for a 60 something year old woman. She does a little bit, but
yeah.
it's not
It's not much else to it.
there's really not much else to it. Matter of fact, let me go see what she looks like. I mean, behind the filters, behind the makeup, there's not much else.
Why do women wear makeup anyway?
Because simple, it's because they're insecure.
What about Handmaid's? Did you guys hear about the TV show The Handmaid's Tale?
No.
It's a TV show where basically there's a nuclear. Basically, America erupts into a civil war, right? The America basically they claim that terrorists bombed took over the White House, basically launched attacks on the White House, right? And they went into martial law. But in reality, it was a certain group of Americans that did that, and they took the government from within, and they basically had a civil war. And the people that did win were a bunch of Christian zealots that basically wanted people to be traditional masculine, and basically wanted women to cover up. Basically wanted women to basically they took away women's rights to have a bank account, basically able to work a job, and they were basically used for livestock. And basically the main reason for this is basically because in that TV show, the world was facing a population crisis, and they decided, let's get all the fertile women under one roof and basically have them help us repopulate the earth.
All the fertile women.
Yes, so all women that basically could have children.
Is it like 18 and up, or?
I think 18 and up, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were raising the kids to basically be like that as well. And any women that wasn't, they basically got sold into sex work, or they either basically they went to colonies or something like that. Something called the colonies, which basically refuge, basically a place where it was basically a place where you're basically working as a slave.
I'll be honest,
Power, suppose certain type of rich men had the power, but the average man didn't really have much power.
you know what? I have recently been thinking of donating. You know,
I think it would be great to see what public.
honestly, no, okay. Let me say, I've been thinking of donating. I'm not gonna do it, but I've been thinking of it recently, and I'm like, what if I just track their lives, see how they're doing, see if they're growing up good or not. I don't know, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be pretty cool, kinda, in a way.
The
But
world is bad enough as it is. The least we could do is help out one step at a time.
exactly, whether we're doing it physically or just donating it to a bank or something.
Maybe not a bank. Maybe a local charity.
I would not trust the bank, especially fractional reserve banking.
Wait, the sperm bank?
No, any type of bank.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather go local charity than a bank, because at least the people that you would know and trust and actually know the area quite well, instead of people in suits that are in it for the moolah.
What would be a cool thing is if someone can make an app for canceled people who've lost their bank accounts.
Wait, they want to cancel people that lost their bank accounts.
Like pretty much, it can be like people who have spoke out, told the truth, and like when the government said something that they didn't like, they cut it off. They cut their bank accounts off. But I think it'd be pretty cool if someone made like something like that, even if it was just a website
So
or
what
like.
you're saying, you want people to lose their bank accounts?
I never said that.
Oh, okay.
All Eric is saying is we create this app which provides financial support for those who spoke out against their governments and international organizations.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I meant. It's like pretty much you can be the banker for that person. You can pretty much be the banker for that person.
The thing is, we could totally eliminate banking, the central banks. All we have to do is literally just start trading with each other. We create our own local currency. To be fair, there's no reason technically, and you could technically do this. You could do this with a crypto exchange, right? It's basically just an exchange of goods, basically. And basically, you could eliminate the whole banking system together if you were just to do it at a local level. You would have everybody have a share of the bank, right?
I've
Or
been
a piece
thinking
of the bank, right? So they all had a stake in it, so they didn't all feel like they lost everything.
I've
And
been
they had
heavily,
trust. Banking, if you think about it, it's just based on trust.
I've been heavily thinking about starting farming. I don't know, growing my own food. Shoot, I have a family member who already does that. Probably not like fully like depending on that, but like she definitely grows like stuff here and there.
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah,
they're trying to get rid of farms for some reason. The whole farmer protests, France, Belgium,
Oh no, she has
Netherlands.
a house. She has a house. She doesn't really have a
UK.
farm.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, but like I would say like if I were to get out of here, I would want to
It seems like Atlanta is heavily for Trump. Yeah, it seems like Atlanta's heavily for Trump, and I feel like they might be able to flip that state. I personally believe they might have a high chance at flipping New York. But who knows?
Yeah, like definitely
I wouldn't put it past them because they might have a high chance, but I think they would rig it.
I'll be honest.
All the voting's rigged. To be fair, like
Trump is
states are rigged. Not all of them are rigged, but certain states are rigged. To believe that California has been Democrat for so long, it hasn't had some vote rigging is beyond me. The state that it's gotten, there's definitely something weird going on there.
I'll say this, man. Like Trump, in terms of America, is our quote unquote last hope, and I say quote unquote because like
even he's not. He's still beyond. He's still beholden to Israel.
Exactly. But here's the thing. I don't think it's the real Jewish people's fault. It's not.
The Zionists.
Exactly. Pretty much.
It's the Ashkenazi.
It's
a lot of them are the ones that survived during the purge. A lot of them supposedly were the ones that survived.
Yeah, it's like pretty much
the other tribes of them got eliminated.
Yeah, like pretty much. I would say this: it's the people who are simply just pretending.
Because if you look back to basically most of the Jews in America right now, especially in New York, it's Ashkenazi. That's the tribe. That's the tribe they came from. Supposedly, or that's the gene pool they came from, the Ashkenazi. Supposedly, that's what I've heard. It could be true, it could be false, but
I wonder what tribe I came from. That'd be interesting to like look.
But that's when you look at the descent of most of the Jews that come from it, it's mainly that, and it's basically a lot of Europeans that come from that thing. When you think about it, there's not many tribes left of the Jews. Like it's basically just one tribe, effectively, and maybe a small little scattering of a bunch of others. And there are some Jews that or that are all right, but it's literally the people. It's the people that decide to have a home in Israel. They're probably the problem.
Here's the thing. I don't think those people are even real Jews. They're not.
No, I supposedly.
Like, so I'm not even gonna call them Jews because
They say that a lot of the blacks. They say that a lot of but Jesus supposedly had connection that back then in the area or supposedly in. They say that Jesus was supposedly to an extent wasn't white but black. They say that, but I question that.
I would say that his skin was a bit darker, but I would not I don't really know if I'd classify him as fully black.
There's rumors that supposedly they were kind of.
I mean, I've also been hearing things about, like, black people being, like, the original
Yeah, they say that as well.
Hebrew Israelites and the, like, children of God, and I'm like, that's pretty interesting. Well,
which
clearly
surprised me because remember the Romans back then, they altered certain things to make it seem more praising to them to an extent, but
well, yeah, clearly
I'm not saying that Rome didn't manipulate certain things to make themselves look grander, to make things look better.
So like, hey man, if Jesus Christ was black, man, I think that'd be pretty cool. But
the thing is, though,
I try not to focus on his race.
Yeah, I wouldn't focus on his race, to be fair, but
or like the color of his skin. I really try not to focus. It'd be cool, but I don't focus on it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Let's see.
I mean, but yeah, you're definitely right. They definitely did change some stuff up. So, like,
they definitely changed stuff up because in the English Bible, there's a lot of things that they kind of changed to suit the thing. I think it was a verse, but basically saying, "Beware of false people that claim themselves kings, as they are servants of the devil," or something posing to that. I can't remember when it was. I think it might have been in the Ethiopian Bible or something like that. A lot of stuff is in the Ethiopian Bible that's not in the King James or others for some reason. I'm guessing the kings at the time thought, especially in Europe, Britain, and guys from the Vatican probably thought, this is not something that we want here. This makes us look bad. Let's take this out. They also there's also things about angels and giants and all that in the Bible that they get rid of in certain Bibles simply just because they don't want people talking about angels and people and Nephilim and all them. That stuff. That's one of the reasons why the Book of Enoch was taken out. Most Bibles, apart from Ethiopia, maybe a few. But what else is there we can dive into?
What else is there? Let me check. I'm not gonna lie, my timeline is just filled with, like, Christian content, because that's the stuff that I like the most.
Nice.
Yes, I can't wait to see
when the day comes.
Oh yeah, right. I sent something in, and about Kanye. Like, somebody said that Kanye claimed to be the new Jesus, and I'm like,
he's a clone. He's a clone.
If that's true, then yeah, he's definitely cloned. Because I don't think he would. The way, the wave he was moving on before, I don't think that he would have done that.
They have said there's partly people saying that there's apparently I think I can't remember what it was, but I think I said it in the chat. There's a post about partly of like a bunch of spooks basically saying that we could have or some whistleblowers or leakers basically saying, oh look, that we have gotten technology, and the point is that we've gotten to the point where we can clone people. We've gotten to the point where basically we can make synthetic humans.
That is
That's just not in the public knowledge.
That is
scary. That would make things a lot more clearer how we get clones of people, how we've been able to get guys like Biden fakes, or how we've been able to get Putin fakes, or how we've been able to get like people that should have died long ago but are still alive.
I'll be honest, Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's really
Like
true.
supposedly
Also,
synthetic humans.
yeah, it's like
It's
people who
just not widespread to the public, and the public just don't know about it. Like they don't know about the fiat system, and they don't know about fractional reserve banking.
like, bro, imagine if Taylor Swift lived forever just because of cloning.
They probably will try and live forever. These people, these eugenists. Don't get me wrong. Bill Gates is a eugenist. His father was a eugenist. They're
What's it?
people that basically people that want to live for life, and they basically want to. They have their own little sick agenda that they want to control. They basically want to alter the human being.
Oh yeah, no, they want to live forever because they know they would go to hell.
They want to live forever. They want to basically have eternal life, and they want to mess with the human genome.
Yeah, they know they would. They
They
know.
believe that they believe that they have the right to play gods, even though we probably should die at some point. Like nobody lives forever.
Look, I would say, God willing, if I can live up to C 100, then fine. But like, look, man, I'm not gonna try and control how long I live.
Yeah, nobody wants to control how long they live.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like you would see so much, and then it's like, bro, you would already. It's
Like,
like
why
if
would you
you.
want to live forever? Why would you want to live past everybody that you know die? Watch and see everybody that you know die.
I mean, yeah, that just be.
That is basically what like, people have lived too long. That they've seen their own parents die. They've seen their own husbands die. They've seen their children die. Like imagine if you're someone that's in the 90s, right? You saw your own kids die, you saw your own parents die, and you saw your own husband die.
And you're
Like, that
still.
would be sad. No,
And you're still alive, and you would ask to.
yeah, just because of genes.
Yeah, you would kind of ask to die. Like you would probably like ask to die yourself at that point. It's like, bro, you would want to be.
But the Canadian government are taking it into their own hands. Like they're basically allowing anybody that has a mental illness to basically say, "Oh, look," they want basically allowing people the right to kill themselves if they want. Don't get me wrong. I think self-assisted suicide is probably it's probably something that everybody's going to want at some point because nobody wants to live forever. Unless you're Bill Gates, unless you're Jeff Bezos, or unless you're Elon Musk or Zuckerberg.
You think Elon
When
Musk
you've
would?
got,
You think Elon Musk would have himself live forever?
I think he would if he could, because the way he's going on, right? He's going about the whole fact that he wants to have like things like Neuralink, right, and put that in people's brains, right? That's some type of shit that Klaus Schwab wants. That's some type of technocrat. Like, if you think about it, that's something that Klaus Schwab wants. Like he talks about, you will have a chip in you in 10, 20 years, or 10 years later. 10 years later, when we have this meeting, everybody will have their chip in their brain, and we will know their brain waves.
Look,
If
man.
you have, if you have nothing, if you have nothing to hide, there should be no problem. Yeah, I bet Klaus Schwab's got a lot to hide. The fact he basically probably rigs half the government, fakes elections, and basically is probably a pedophile like the rest of them. Well, that's
I'll,
just neither here nor there.
look, man. If I died, I'll be honest. I want to say a prayer or sing a song, and with all my family in front of me as my last words before I call it
A
like
day.
like a life. It's not even a day, a life.
Yeah.
Because yeah, honestly, I think that's more dignified than me like thriving to live forever. Just just me fiending to live forever. Because I'll be honest, I want to live for a long time, but I know but I know I don't want to live. I don't think I would want to live forever.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to die anytime soon. Like I want to live till my late 70s. But other than that, I have no plan. Or I want to live to the point where I can literally actually still move and still move, function, do stuff. As soon as I start losing mental faculties, and as soon as I start losing the ability to walk or to move of mobility, I think that's when the time I would like to call it a day and go into the hereafter.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. Like I 100% agree with that. John, man, how long would you like to live?
Um, at least 100.
That's fair. There are like people who actually do live to see 100.
They are, but what do they have left? Especially in the Western world. Maybe in Japan we'd be better off, but in America, with all the processed crap, especially in the West, with all the processed crap, I don't think we have a good. I don't think it'd be a good state if you're in 100, especially if you're in the West.
Which is why
If you were in the likes of Russia or maybe Japan, you might be more better off. But Japan seems more traditionalist. Same like Russia.
Which is why.
The fuck is Japan? They decide, you know what, we should join BRICS. Why the fuck haven't they? Like, let's be real here. Like, they're more traditional. They're like, aren't they like more traditional than Russia?
I would say this, man. Like, look, which is why as soon as I get the chance, man, I want to get out of the city. I'll come back and visit, but that's
a shithole. And it's probably best to like Democrat cities are run to hell.
I mean, I'll still remain in New York. I'll just probably be on another side of it. Nowhere near the city.
I don't think you'll be any good until you get out of the state. Because quite honestly, like even if you go out to the outskirts and that, you're still going to be running a Democrat state, and they're still going to waste money, and they're still going to make it a shithole, and you're still going to have tons of immigrants coming in because these people.
Which is why I want
to manage a Boston state, which is weird.
I mean, which is why I would want to. Which is why I
can't see the American people putting up with it. Biden won. I can't see it. If he wins, I can guarantee you there'll be fucking civil war. In America, the Americans will literally not have it. The South will secede and join Texas, and they will join BRICS. And I think America at this point will probably be better going its own separate ways if it continues the way it's going. It might not be pretty, but definitely be a better state than what it is now. You don't think that woman? You don't honestly think that Tucker Carlson video was to warn the South up to being to joining forces with Putin? Do you?
Don't think so.
Wait, what'd you say?
You don't potentially think that the whole video on the South of the video that Tucker Carlson did was not to warm the American public up to Putin and make him more, maybe make people realize maybe Putin's not the bad guy here. Maybe the West is, and maybe we should probably create our own country, separate from them, and create. Maybe America should break up and become its own, splinter up into multiple states. Like hell, like. They've ultimately, Putin basically said out loud, I full-heartedly want Biden to win because it makes my life fucking easier. I can make Biden look like keeps on making himself look like a tool, and I can take advantage of this and use America's weakness to my advantage. It's basically what he's thinking. Please, America, please vote that turd Biden in. Makes his life easier. Probably what he's thinking. And it does. Biden wrecks the economy. I've saw a video of a train station, right, in Russia, right? Beautiful. Doesn't look empty, doesn't have trash on it, doesn't have homeless people.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It has civilized people. Doesn't have people trying to basically not have to pay for a doesn't have people trying to skip not paying for a transport ticket for a ticket.
Oxyfit. I think it's a good way going for us in terms of our durability and longevity.
Are you sponsored by them or something, man?
That's what I want to know.
No, I saw the benefits and I think so.
I mean, wait, could you wear it like during like a pandemic or something?
Yeah, I suppose you could wear it during a pandemic.
Now I'm starting to wonder, are you sponsored by them?
No, I'm not sponsored by them.
No, I meant Eric.
If I was, which I'm not, I would have said it at the start of this episode.
Risk. I'm not sponsored by anybody. You know, I wish
not even Joe Biden and his clowns.
Nah. They wouldn't give a damn for something like that.
Really? Because they've been sponsoring TikTok influencers to basically Yeah, they've been sponsoring TikTok influencers to manipulate the youth to vote Democrat. Why else do you think they've been trying to get Taylor Swift to basically get all the Swifties to vote Joe Biden in, Sleepy Joe in? They're desperate for money.
Because these people look up to these celebrities, and they live their lives as if they think like them.
We've got 50 Cent. We have Snoop Dogg. We have like a lot. We've got Kanye West. We've got Ty Dolla $ign, and we've got all the fucking big rappers on it and black rappers on us, siding with Trump. They've got Taylor Swift. They've got Sam Smith, the guy that likes to dance in front of children in like women's clothing, and they basically got Dua Lipa, the person, Doja Cat, that basically likes to worship the devil. They've got Doja Cat that likes to worship the devil, I should say.
Oh yeah, I saw Doja. Bro, why does she get? She looks for tattoos. Just.
Why do women wear tattoos anyway? Like, I don't get why women.
Look, I don't mind.
Personally, maybe it's just me, but I personally wish women would stop wearing fake tracksuits like the word pink and like thirsty on it.
Honestly, Britt, look. Here's what I gotta say about women with tattoos. Like, look, I don't mind it if it's like something little, like a butterfly or something. But bro,
on your ass crack maybe, but
like or if it's
don't wear on your arms. Just makes you look more like a bloke. It's unattractive.
Like if it's like on your
masculinity looks like a bloke.
If it's something on the side of your chest in script, then fine.
Yeah,
it's cute. But like, bro, if you're covering your body with like a bunch of tattoos,
it's like defiling yourself.
Exactly, and it's unattractive. I'll be honest, I used to not get why people didn't like why most like certain men didn't like women with tattoos, but now that I'm older, I kind of get it.
I can see why.
Me too. Before I didn't used to.
I don't get why women were here. I don't get why women, if I'm being honest, get like nose piercings and all that. I think that's weird as well, but it's neither here nor there.
Every time when I see a nose piercing, I just think of a witch.
Yeah. So what's Scientology?
People say it's religion. It's actually a cult.
They say what?
It's Scientology is a cult, but they disguise it as a religion.
They say MAGA's a cult, but I doubt it. Like, supposedly. They say QAnon. Is QAnon a cult? Maybe. There's probably some cult aspects to it, but I always love when Democrats say, "Oh, you're in a cult," or those things. Says the person that basically stands the trans community and basically likes to mutilate themselves. Like, I'm sorry, but nobody on a random day decides to mutilate themselves on a whim. That's some like cult like behavior, which is weird.
And also,
don't get me wrong. I'm going to say both. I'm not going to say that we're both. I'm not going to say that both. I'm going to say there are mentally ill people on both sides of the aisle, conservative and liberal. Conservatives on certain aspects, there could be some people that need help, but there are some people. I think there's more or less more people on the liberal side that need help, effectively.
Yeah. And a
They're
cult
partly trying to legalize this. People trying to get. I don't get why they're trying to. Did you see the person that personally dresses up in drag, right? And he apparently reads books to kids.
I think I saw. Yeah. I think I saw that. You shared it, didn't you?
Yeah, the one that basically has his nipples basically cut off.
Bro, I'll be honest.
Even though it's probably a bloke.
Who wakes up and decides to cut off their nipples, bro?
It's almost exactly said. Who decides to cut off their manhood? No person mentally sane decides to do that.
Look,
that is some cult-like behavior.
That's also
we're in a cult.
That is just not weird.
If anybody, if literally, no offense, back in the day, in the early 2000s, if you were before 2005, If you said to your mother, "Hey, mom, I want to cut off my arm," they would say, "What the fuck is wrong with you, you psycho?"
Yeah, that would be appropriate response.
Back then, you would have been called a freaking psycho. What the hell's wrong with you, son?
Yeah, even I would say that. Like, what's wrong with you?
Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Some would actually beat you for it too.
Yeah. Like,
beat the psycho out of you. They would
like,
say.
what?
Kids, though, like the thing is,
Like,
there's no backbone. These kids
bro,
know they can get these.
That is scary.
Shit,
bro,
so
bro, Frank, Frank would be like, "What? Where's my belt, honey? Did you hear what our son just said?"
Even if Bart said this in the early days of Homer Simpson, he would fucking strangle him. Are you little?
Why you little?
Yeah, he would strangle him.
He would.
He's like, "Hey, Dad, I think I want to transition." Why you little?
Woke, because the Simpsons is now woke, but Bart no longer gets strangled.
They're woke.
Yeah, Simpsons is woke. They no longer struggle, but Bart no longer gets strangled.
Oh, that was the best part.
Oh,
really?
Dang.
Also, Cartman,
Soft.
Cartman doesn't make Jew jokes anymore as much.
Oh, okay. I wonder why.
Yeah, I know. Wonder why. Disney totally is not owned by Israel. And but I miss those jokes, man. I miss those jokes. But South Park's not But remember, South Park is owned by a Jew, practically.
Is it?
Kerry Redstone. It's Paramount's owned by Kerry Redstone. Comedy Central is owned by Kerry Redstone's is Jewish, and the Redstones are Jewish. They're big Hollywood movie producers. They own Paramount, and they're basically again they say, "Oh, Hollywood's full of them. Hollywood's full of Jews." Walt Disney might have not been Jewish, but the Redstones were. I think the people that owned Warner Bros. Before they sold to Zaslav or whoever, before they were bought up, were probably Jewish as well. But yeah, South Park. To be fair, Paramount to an extent has still allowed South Park to keep some creative freedom. I don't think they make the Jew jokes anymore as much, but not as bad as what they used to in the past. But they still push the bubble. They're just not as out there with it anymore. I think they had to calm down basically just because of the woke. But you have to make it for modern audiences.
Oh come on, people! We're in modern times.
Eric, did you hear about the freaking anime localizers? The dub anime localizers. Basically, these people, right? They're so entitled, right? That basically they practically in certain anime, Japanese anime, they rewrote the script for them basically, and they've been trying to demand like freaking creator credits for it. You rewrote basically for modern audiences. Basically, they rewrote the script. Basically they got hired for this job basically because they wanted to basically change it and make it suitable for them and their people. And the Japanese have basically said, go fuck. We caught on to you. Go fuck yourself. And they're basically going to use AI. They're going to use AI and basically do it themselves. They don't trust these people, these woke English Hollywood types that basically altered their work basically because they wanted to be progressive. So a lot of the anime that you watch for the past 10 years could have been altered, could have been washed down versions for modern audiences.
Most likely. I wouldn't put them past.
They washed down Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon back in the day when it first came out. They still did.
Wait, Bradley Martin was just exposed for managing Neon's new OF girlfriend.
Good for him for making money, I guess. But good for him making the bag. But
now, if you saw this dude Neon, bro, you'd be like, bro, he's a geek.
He is a geek. I've seen what he looks like. He's a geek.
Oh, like you see
the fact that people think that he's the fact that people think, oh, he's a macho guy. He's a geek.
No.
He looks like
Macho,
a guy that plays Pokemon cards. He looks like a geeky version of KSI back in
bro.
the day, back in the early 2000s,
No
where
one
he's
thinks he's
basically wearing his little glasses.
no one thinks Neon is a macho guy.
Apart from his little stance.
How about Jack Doherty, bro? Or Dorothy?
What does he do?
He streams.
uh,
He streams. He's
Never heard of him.
he's
according.
one of it's one of those creators, I see.
Wait, is he one of those people? Is he the guy that basically the new Jake Paul? Basically, that's an arsehole to everybody, and he
It's
shoves
not,
annoys his own friends.
he's not an
I,
asshole. He is kind of sus in his behavior.
yeah. Also,
That's as best as I can say it.
yeah. That's all. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Bro hides behind his security a lot. He's not.
Oh yeah, he used to push over. Basically, acts like he wants to get into a fight with someone, and then he gets his security.
Pretty
I think
much.
I've seen videos of that geek.
Yeah.
I've seen videos. I think I've watched the video, Kevin, of this UK YouTuber basically criticizing the guy and saying, "Oh, this guy acts like he's hard and that, and he gets his freaking body security guard."
I'm not gonna lie. In the midst of that, I was just watching the videos for not his videos, like the people who are saying like this guy acts hard and all that for entertainment. Like, but for the most part, I'll be honest. When I first saw him, I was like,
Kids are idiots. Like, again, kids are idiots. They'll buy anything.
pretty much.
Like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, if you be realistically, Jake Paul made a fucking fortune off ripping off kids. Ripping off kids and basically acting like a fucking dick. To be fair, he has actually changed a lot. He's not that guy from before.
He's not.
He's not. Like, he's changed a lot. He's grown up. Like, it's time. I think even to an extent, even Logan Paul's becoming a conservative because he wants traditional values. A lot of people think a lot of men start off as liberal, but they become conservative over time.
I think Logan Paul still. I think
He's still a liberal, but I think he can see that liberal policies don't end anywhere, apart from literally having a big house. Yeah, is he still going to act like a liberal? Yes. Is he still going to vote Democrat? Yes, because he doesn't care because he's rich. He's got money.
He gets paid to do.
Yeah, everyday public. He's probably going to take the fucking bag for supporting the Dems. Because I'm sure there's enough people. I'm sure they would. I'm sure there's a lot of people. Besides, I think he's trying to. It's clear as day that Jake Paul is trying to eye himself with Republicans. I think he wants to vote as a Republican. He's going to run as a Republican when he eventually does run for president. Because I think he does.
Wait, Jake Paul?
Yeah, I think he's eyeing himself as a Republican.
Wait, running for president?
Yes, he said it multiple times. He wants to run for president.
When?
I'm not anything behind that. Probably 2040. 2040 is probably the youngest he could run for. Maybe in the mid 2030s.
Bro, I'm not voting. Okay, I want to hear what he has.
You mock it now, but let's be real here. Like, it's not. I think he has some good ideas. Like, he's running with Vivek. I think he might try and run as Vivek's VP. Could go somewhere. Vivek has a future. Potentially as the VP. I think. Don't get me wrong. Vivek is going to run. Is probably going to be Vivek is probably going to try and run for president again. This was just his first attempt. He's probably going to take. Jake campaigned a lot for Vivek because I personally believe he's trying to use Vivek. He's going to use. He can see this kid is young right now, right? But in a couple of years right now, when Trump's out of the picture, right? He's going to be out of the picture pretty soon. He's going to win this year, right? Win in 2024, right? He's going to be out of the picture. He's going to do his 2 terms. He's going to go into retirement. He's going to inherit. Who do you think is going to inherit Trump's base? The MAGA base. It'll be Vivek or Tucker Carlson. There are a lot of people. There's a reason why he withdrew. He did it strategically. He was trying to win favor with a MAGA base. He's going to use right now. He's not going to win this. He knew for a fact he wasn't going to come any close, right? But He does a couple of years under Trump's in Trump's administration. He works his way up. He maybe a higher position in his cabinet. Works his way up. Once Tucker's done his time, maybe once Tucker's done his time, and once Thingy's done his time, Vivek is still in his 30s.
You think
he could run in his 50s?
You think Tucker would run for president?
I think Tucker's gonna be the VP candidate. If I'm being honest, Eric, I think Tucker is either gonna be the VP. I think Tucker Carlson is probably the VP candidate.
You know, that'd be very interesting.
Or Carlson will be.
Yeah, I can see that.
Once Trump's out of the picture and once Carlson's done 2 years, right? I used to think that DeSantis was going to be Trump's VP, right? But I realized what DeSantis did to Trump, right? What DeSantis did, right? He's not going to be the VP.
Pretty much.
You can't come back for what DeSantis did to Trump. He basically signed with the Dick Cheneys, and he basically signed with the Bushes, and he basically signed with the fucking deep state establishment. There's no way from coming back from that. As much as he wants to kid himself, there's no way coming back from that. Vivek made the right decision. He saved his campaign. He left. He left gracefully. He's won a lot of support from MAGA, and I can guarantee you, as a young candidate, there's a lot of Republicans that are thinking, and I mean a lot of and they say that and it's not just young people, right? Vivek got, as much as you like to say it, he didn't have a good campaign. He got a lot of young Republicans interested in his campaign. And I think he's going to be and I think Jake sees that as this kid could potentially be a president or future president. He wants to get in good with this guy because I think he has political aspirations. He wants to run for president, and I think he actually wants to run for president. I think he actually is going to probably do it because he's building connections. With, but unless you're talking about the Democrat donor class, but. There's a method to Logan and Jake's madness. Jake's planning to be a Republican, run as a Republican. Logan's probably planning to run as a Democrat. From what it looks like.
Well, the brotherly rivalry strikes again.
He's clearly more. Jake sees himself more as a Republican, and Logan sees himself as a Democrat because of all the managers and all the people left Hollywood types that he's been hanging around with.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, Jake sees the thing for the real. He sees the real threats here. He can see that the fact that the state that California has been. There's a reason why those two left that state because they realized California, LA is fucked. Right, it's fucked. That's the reason why he left. Logan moved to Puerto Rico. Jake moved to Puerto Rico for an extent, but. What do you think the chances are if Jake runs for president? What do you think the chances are if he tries to make Puerto Rico an actual state? Bring it closer and closer. Maybe then, have you ever thought about this, right? What if because Jake ran out of Puerto Rico, right? And Puerto Rico is a territory of America, right? What if they can rally the Puerto Rican base, followers of Puerto Rico, the people of Puerto Rico, and get them a vote? Get them to vote him in. Did the American colonies actually get a vote?
I don't think so.
They have any representation in Congress?
No, I don't think so.
It kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. All part of the United States and get no say in government. That's a lot of bull crap.
I suppose.
Oh well.
They have their own local government, though.
Well, that's something.
And they're kind of basically. I've heard rumors that they're basically just self-determining colonies, right? They make their own laws, they make their own rules. They have a guy that basically just manages the country on behalf of America. But who knows? So what else do you want to dive into?
Well.
I think that's it for tonight.
Well, that's fine. That was fun.
Yep.
Find it.
Last one here.